So hopefully the lighting is good. I haven't filmed in a really long time, so I don't really know how it looks. Maybe I'll open the window actually. Not sure if that did anything. So I'm filming this because a lot of people ask about my hair in person, so I thought it would be a good idea to film it, because maybe like a lot of people want to have this color. Well, it's really faded out right now, and I think I'm gonna do clickbait. Sorry, but I did turn my hair from like a brown with like light brown on the bottom into this like deep red that you guys saw in the thumbnail. But this is how I refresh it. I refresh it like every month because it is a semi-permanent dye. What was I gonna say? But first and foremost, it's really messy. So if you're not really careful, you'll mess up your whole bathroom. Like, I'm serious. Like, even when I'm not the most careful person, but like when I do this, I try to be really careful, and I'll tell you guys like the precautions that I take. But so I'm really careful with this, and even when I'm really careful, something always turns red, like in my bathroom, and I have to like scrub until it's like white again. Like a lot of the things in the bathroom are white or light colored. So that's like the only thing. If you're like really don't want anything to get messed up, maybe you shouldn't do this, because it is semi-permanent dye, which means like every time, even when you shower, like I'll explain that later, but it's a semi-permanent. Okay, I don't know, I should have wrote notes because it's a lot of stuff that you need that I have, like that I know that I need to say, but like it's not really coming to me in order. I'll start first with what I use. Okay, so actually I'll start first with how my hair was before I did it, this red. So it like fades into this like maroony, like nice like fall color, but when I do it, it's like a nice, not super bright like red, not like Ariel Little Mermaid red, but you'll see like the picture. I'll put a picture and you'll see it then. So my hair before was like a medium, like dark brown at the roots, and then I had bleached it from before. Like I did like a balayage on myself, kind of. I don't know if you would call this balayage, but I like bleached some parts, like the lighter red that you see right here. That's what I bleached to be blonde, and I did that before. So I randomly decided that I wanted to do red, so I literally got this red. It's actually Manic Panic. Wow, I'm saying the wrong thing. It's not Manic Panic, it's Arctic Fox. I don't know if it's gonna focus. I really hope this is recording. Yes, it's recording. I got really scared. Okay, so it's Arctic Fox, and I actually went through a couple different colors. Like the first color I used was actually, okay, so I first used Poison, and you can see like the whole thing is red because it's really messy. I've used Punky color when I had like a video where I did pink hair. Like the bottoms, at least they were pink, and I used Punky color, and I did it again. But I wanted to try Arctic Fox because I like what's her name? The YouTuber that owns this, Kristen Leanne. I like her and I wanted to support her, so she makes this, and it's actually really good. It's vegan. It doesn't have, obviously it's semi-permanent, so it doesn't have what is that called? Ammonia. It doesn't have ammonia. And the reason I use semi-permanent dye is because health is like the most important to me for hair. I really, like, that's what I value. Like, I don't care if it's like long, but if it's not healthy and it's like million like split ends, I don't think it's nice, or at least for me, I don't like it. Like, I will literally cut it all off because I can't. So that's why I chose to do a semi-permanent dye, which means that it doesn't penetrate inside the cuticle. There's like a lesson. Okay, so permanent dye literally penetrates the inside of the chemical with like ammonia and like peroxide or something like that, and like literally lifts and goes inside, and it can lighten it. or do whatever. It's just like more, it's damaging to your hair, like the cuticle, because it opens it up. Whereas semi-permanent dye, there's a bunch, not just this one, but like semi-permanent dyes will just stain the hair shaft, so it doesn't penetrate, it stains it, and it washes off every wash. So every time I wash it, there's like red all over like the bathroom, like the tub floor, because it's washing off. But I don't mind it because it's like keeping my hair fine. It doesn't like ruin my hair. So that's a good tip if you value like the if you value like the health of your hair. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, so what I did was, I've been wanting to dye my hair red for like literally my whole life. That's why I said The Little Mermaid, because ever since I saw The Little Mermaid, I wanted to dye my hair red. I just did, because like I really loved her, but I never did because I was scared. Obviously red is like a little bit intimidating, but you know, I was getting tired of my hair. It's like brown with like blonde highlights. I'll put pictures. So I literally got like this red that one I showed you, Poison, and I just like put it in my hair, and it turned out this beautiful color, and it looked like I did highlights. Like everyone thought I did it professionally, and like I get so many questions asking like what do I do, or like who do I go to. Also, one good thing to know is I do a protein mask before I do this, like one wash before I know I'm gonna have to dye my hair again. I do a protein mask, and that helps like with the integrity of your hair. Obviously not all hair types work with protein masks, because I suggested this to my friend and she was saying that protein doesn't work in her hair, but it helps because I don't know, I just I feel the difference, especially when after I dye my hair. I do a protein mask with hot oil treatment, and like that's been like a life changer for my hair. So maybe I'll do a video on like hot oil treatments, because people do it different ways with this. Like I do a way, and like my hair is like, oh, I love it. My hair loves like hot oil treatments. So that helps keep the integrity of your hair. I would definitely suggest wearing a long sleeve when you do this, or else you're gonna have to put Vaseline all over your arms, because I've done it with short sleeve shirts so many times, and oh my god, I have to scrub my arm. Ow, I like hit myself with a glove. I have to rub my arm so hard. So yeah, definitely get some gloves. I'm lucky because my mom, she's a dialysis technician, so we have like a bunch of gloves that she brings, but I'm sure these aren't expensive. So now I don't have to protect my arms, because it's going to go over here. But also, like if you want to kind of protect your shirt, I do wear, this is like the cheap way to do it. I don't have like a salon thing to put over me, so I literally use garbage bags, and it works really well for me. All I do is I cut a hole for my head, and then for my arms, and I literally just throw it over my head like I would one of those salon, I don't even know how you call them, sorry, those salon things that they put. I feel funny because I don't know if you guys are gonna judge me, but I don't know, this helps. And also, actually, before I put the gloves on, I'm putting petroleum jelly on my face so that no red like stains my face. I'm just parting my hair into two sections, the bottom and the top. I'm brushing it out. So I'm putting Vaseline literally all over my face, because it will get like on my nose if I don't, and it'll stain my nose. This has been a lot of trial and error. And put it on your ears and behind your ears. But make sure your face is clean before you do the petroleum jelly, because it's not really that good, and it blocks your pores like a lot. So if your face isn't clean and you have makeup on your face or something, It's just gonna like block your pores with the makeup, which is not good, and you might get acne. But if you have your face clean, it wouldn't be a problem. And I'm like super shiny right now probably, but I really don't care because I don't want to get red on my face. So I'm also super messy with my application because that's just, I find the best way to do it is, I'll show you guys. So I use a bowl, like a mixing bowl for hair dye. I'm going to use the rest of this dye. So this is the Arctic Fox Poison. You don't have to mix these two dyes. That's how red it is though. So that's why I think it's a little bit intimidating, because you think it's gonna be this red, but it's not, because if you have like darker hair, if you're brunette, it's not gonna get that color, because the semi-permanent does not lift your hair color. Like, so it can't lighten your hair. It can only stain your hair color, so it's gonna be your hair color plus whatever this color is. So that's how much, which is not going to be enough. So I'm adding this one, which I find that Wrath is actually a nicer color because it's not like orangey based. Poison is a little bit more orange, whereas this is like a deeper, I don't know if it's just like pinkier red. Maybe pinkier red. I'll show you guys, I'll put it on the other side. So it's like a little bit darker, which I like. I'm going to mix it with an old toothbrush. So you really don't have to be like a professional to do this. Like, I'm using an old toothbrush. This is a plastic bag, you know. So I'll literally just start going in and trying to saturate my hair as much as possible. I just do it with my hands because I don't like a brush. I just don't. This is how I put on everything for my hair, like hair masks. That's how I put the oil in my hair. I just do it like this. So I do like a light, not that light of a coat. Like, I'll get this much for this much of hair, and I'll just like make sure it saturates, but I'll also at the end go over everything again with a little bit more product. And I also get the roots at the end too. So like I said, a little bit of my hair was bleached from before, like a past time that I did it, and I just put it over it, so that's why it kind of looks more dimensional, like it gives my hair a little bit of depth. It's not like a flat red all over. So maybe if you guys want the same thing, I would maybe go and get highlights, maybe not do it yourself, or go and get a balayage. Whereas like I trust myself, again, like it's all about like you know yourself and your capabilities. So I mean, not everyone can do everything. Like I don't trust myself to do my whole entire head with bleach, but I trust myself to do like balayages and stuff. So that's what I do. So I'm gonna go I'm scared with this wall. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so I finished the bottom. Super easy, guys, like really, really easy. So I hate this about this camera. It stops recording like after a while, which is so annoying. There's no setting that can take it off. Ugh. But I did this side, which trying to remember if I said anything important. Don't think so. If anything, I'll just add it in later. But yeah, I did this side. Same thing. Same exact way as I did the others. Oh, I actually did say something important. It'll be of interest to you guys. Okay, so I'm scrubbing my head, like the scalp, because I want everything to be even and like equally saturated, but your scalp will get stained. It stains like every single time. There's like nothing I can do about it, but it only stains for a little bit. Like, so this first wash that I'm gonna do, like after the hour and everything, it'll stain, right? But after the second time I shampoo it, it goes away. So I don't really mind it. There's also ways you can take it off. Like I've gotten like Q-tips, especially where your part is. You don't really want your part to be red, like your hair part. So what I do is take a cotton swab and put rubbing alcohol and just like rub it where your part is, so that it makes it come off, and it'll make it like pink. So it hasn't really fully come off for me, but it's like less than like a full bright red, because it'll make your scalp red since it's white. Rubbing alcohol obviously isn't the best for your hair, I mean for your scalp, because you want to nourish your scalp, but that's just a tip that I'll do sometimes. Use at your own caution. Use with caution. If you have a dry scalp, maybe not do it, but I do it because my scalp isn't really that dry. And I opened the window to get some light, and it's so cold. It's so cold in Jersey. Today it snowed, and I don't know why I have this open. Okay, so now I'm gonna go, now that I finished this side, I'm just gonna go over everything again with another layer of red, like kind of a big one, just to like make sure everything is fully saturated once again. It's kind of the key to it. I look like I've been in a murder scene. And I just like make sure I get underneath too, because one time I didn't, and it wasn't that noticeable, but it was noticeable to me. Like everything was good, and then right here was like a brown, like normal brown, and kind of annoyed me. So that's why I do that. I'm gonna go back and do the other side. So I don't know if I said this when it got cut off or not. And if I did, I'm just going to cut this part out. But I'm going to say it in case I didn't. I use this bag actually for a reason that I forgot. Not just to keep my shirt clean. I actually did a really good job today keeping clean. Maybe it's because I was recording myself and I didn't want to look like a mess. Okay, so I use it too. So I put it in my hair for an hour. I leave this, by the way, I leave it for an hour because I want it to really stain my hair. I don't like to keep dyeing my hair like every 2 weeks. Like I want to go at least 5 to 6 weeks without dyeing it, because it's not my bathroom, and like I don't want to like keep staining something, and like it's not my bathroom, it's like my mom's bathroom, so I feel bad. But I like my hair like this, so I do it. Sorry. Anyways, so I leave it. This whole tangent just to say, I leave it in my hair for an hour, but I also use this garbage bag to like kind of like heat the hair up a little bit. That's like another technique that I do. So I'll show you guys because I'm about to do it right now. Okay, so I just take my garbage bag, I take it off. Well, first let me take these off. Like, how? How did this happen? I'm really confused. What the heck? Do you guys see that? I don't want to move my head. Like, I look so weird like a robot, but it's because I'm trying to keep my hair on top and I don't want to touch it again. But I'm so confused on how this happened and annoyed because it's going to take forever to take off. Anyways, I use this garbage bag as like a heat bag, I guess I can call it. Wow, I'm really annoyed about this. My hand. I really have no idea how that happened. So I'll just like leave it. Oh, I look crazy again. I'll leave it in my hair. Get my clip. Okay, so I'll leave it in my hair for an hour. This just helps it like heat up, which like further helps it stain somehow. But yeah, so I'll be back in an hour and I'll wash it. And I guess I'll show it to you guys wet and then I'll show it to you dry. I'm not going to style my hair because I don't like putting heat in my hair that much. But maybe I will, just for this. I will see. Alright, so it's been an hour. I also put... I look so funny. I also put another just like plastic bag over the garbage bag because just to make it safe so I'm not like everywhere. Does that make sense to anyone but me? So I'm not like super careful. Like I don't have to be super careful of where I go in this hour that I'm just waiting. So I'm gonna go wash my hair now. Alright guys, I hope you guys can see it and I'm in focus. I don't have a viewfinder so I can't really tell. But this is how it looks in the sunlight. I hope it's getting the sunlight and it's showing how red it is. I'll show the back. And actually, I like how it looks in the second wash best because it comes out brighter for some reason. But then as you wash it, it'll turn the color that I had it yesterday. Which is still nice, but obviously this is like super, like more vibrant and like with black. You can tell a lot, that's why I wore black. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys can see it like stained a little bit on my scalp like I said, but it's not really noticeable unless, I don't know, someone really like looks at your scalp. But it goes away. I hope that I'm in focus. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. You can subscribe if you want. I haven't really uploaded any videos just because like I haven't really wanted to. But I might now since I'm about to graduate in like 2 weeks. So I might have more time, but definitely like this video so someone else can see it that maybe like wants to do the same thing. I'm like doing this real weird crouching thing because like the camera's so low. But yeah, definitely like this video so then other people can see. But like other than that, have a great day and see you guys next time.